It's Friday, December 13th, 2024. Thanks for tuning in today. Really appreciate it. I took a break on Wednesday. Unfortunately, Thursday, our power was out for about 10, 11 hours. We had no internet access. They're doing some construction nearby, so I think that's why our power was out. But no power, no internet, so I figured, well, I'm going to take a second day off, and I must say it was nice to have a couple days off. So I do apologize not being able to talk to all of you, but I'm back today. But again, it was nice to have a couple days off and rejuvenate a little bit. But let's get into what's going on here. Of course, make sure to like, share, subscribe, share these videos all over the place. I appreciate the people that have been subscribing. It really helps with the algorithm. So make sure, if you like the channel, if you hate the channel, make sure you subscribe. Some of my biggest trolls are my most loyal followers. So keep hitting the subscription button, keep sharing. First article today, Chinese balloon 2.0, White House dismisses mystery drone sighting, suggests mistaken identity. So over the past couple days, I've been watching these stories of these drones. Mostly on the East Coast. In fact, though, we had one in Temecula, California last night. So drones all over the East Coast, Washington, D.C. now, California, they're everywhere. Sometimes 30, 40 of these drones are being spotted. What are they? Where are they from? This brings us back. Remember when that weather balloon or that whatever that balloon was that was floating around that we took a week before we shot it down, that Chinese balloon. God knows what information that balloon sent back to China. But what is it? This is a much more advanced technology now. Who owns this? What are they doing? Where's the information going? One of the scary things here is these drones are not small drones. This is not like a DJI hobbyist drone. These drones are 5-6 feet or bigger. They're saying that they're car-sized drones. So these drones could carry a payload. Think about how these things could be armed, what they could be carrying on top of the information they could be recording and sending to other countries. So we don't know, again, who's doing this. It could be from America, it could be from another country. I have no idea. Nobody really does, but we can speculate. But it does show to me some major vulnerabilities to our security here in America. And this does not make me feel good, just like the weather balloon that we let float around for a week in this country. Now we have, this advanced technology flying around nightly now in America that can carry payloads, that can transmit information back. These things are flying over nuclear reactors, they're flying over military bases, they're flying over cities. God knows what they're doing. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby dismisses reports. He suggests most of the claims are likely the result of people mistaking legally operating helicopters or airplanes for drones. What an insult to the police, to the people of these cities and states that are witnessing this stuff. I think that most people understand the difference between a helicopter and an airplane, and a helicopter, an airplane, and a drone. Something that is 5 or 6 feet versus something the size of a helicopter or an airplane that flies in one direction. I mean, this is just such an insult. And again, what about our national security? They're jeopardizing national security. Why do they not want to tell us what this is? If they don't know what it is, why do they not want to know what it is? And if they do know what it is, why are they not saying anything? Drone crashes into New Jersey homeowner's backyard as panic grips state. This happened, I believe, last night. A drone fell out of the sky and crashed into a homeowner's backyard Thursday night. This was not one of the massive car-sized drones. They say it may have been a copycat, smaller drone. Now they're saying that they don't want to put up drones and chase these things. They don't want to put up class 1 or class 2 drones because they don't want to follow these things and cause a crash and have one of these things crash into somebody's house and hurt a family. So now it's okay that these things are flying around taking information. They're carrying whatever payload that they're carrying, but we're just too worried that instead of doing something, if we do something, they might crash into a house. Unbelievable how soft this country has gotten, and how we are jeopardizing national security and showing such weakness across the world. You think other countries aren't watching this going, gosh, America just lets things fly around in their skies. They're too scared to do anything because something might crash. We look so vulnerable, so fragile. It's unbelievable. Here's another one. New Jersey mayor, drones should be taken down. There's refusal to do so even when they go out to sea. Belleville, New Jersey Mayor Michael Melhan stated on CNN Thursday night, drones around the state have to be taken down. But again, they're worried about these things crashing into homes, hitting critical infrastructure, or they might be carrying something that they're worried about causing an even bigger problem. So what could these drones be carrying? What type of payload could they be carrying? Why would they be concerned about shooting these things over the ocean? Please comment down below on any of this, but this is a major crisis unfolding right now. What are they? Where are they from? What is the reason for this? Why are we so scared? Why are we so vulnerable? All this technology that we brag about daily that this country has, we're the most advanced, we have this, we have that, we're the biggest military power, the most advanced, the most sophisticated weapons, and yet now we have drones flying around and we can't do anything about it. Think about if a country just invaded America with thousands of balloons with payloads of God knows what would we do? Shoot $1 million missiles? How long could we do that for? I think that we are really overestimating our superiority in this country now, here in America. I don't believe we're as powerful as we once were or that we believe we are. Daily Mail. Crash drone sparks huge emergency response in New Jersey. As police scour brushes for downed craft. Authorities called at 8:34 p.m. last night. This thing crashed at a nearby field outside of a Lowe's. Police and firefighters began the search at 7:30 a.m. And I'm kind of curious, why would they begin the search at 7:30 a.m. when this thing crashed at 8:34 p.m.? Interesting. Nothing was found. I don't know. Very, very weird that people call in, say this thing crashed, and then they don't find anything the next morning. But what could have transpired all night? Why did they wait so long? Multiple drones entered airspace at New Jersey Naval Station. Now, this is very alarming. I guess we're just confusing. The people of America are just confusing these things as legally operating helicopters and airplanes, even though they're flying in the naval airspace in New Jersey. John Kirby, Secretary of Defense, please wake up and smell the coffee and please tell us the truth. They're entering airspace at New Jersey Naval Station. These are not helicopters. These are not airplanes. Please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. This is getting very, very interesting, and it just shows us how vulnerable the United States of America really is, that if a country really wanted to do damage here, they could fly balloons into America. They could fly drones into America. They're obviously doing something right now. I don't know if these are foreign nations, but it's an example of just how vulnerable we are, that things can fly through Navy airspace, can fly over nuclear power plants, it can fly over military bases, it can fly over cities, it can fly over police stations. If these things are getting away with this, I mean, how vulnerable is America at this point? Pardon the snoring. Nugget is taking a power nap right now, if you can hear that. Shifting gears here a little bit. CNN falls to Food Network, Hallmark channels in ratings battle following the Trump victory. This is a complete embarrassment. And I had to bring this up because legacy media at this point looks to be done. CNN is not even getting as many views as the Food Network or the Hallmark channel. This is a complete embarrassment. People are sick and tired of being lied to. Why can't we just tell the truth? Why can't we just come to our own conclusions? I mean, what an embarrassment. CNN has absolutely collapsed. They cannot even beat the Food Network. I mean, this is a channel that makes cakes, ladies and gentlemen. Cakes. How to cook a cake or make a cupcake, and CNN cannot beat it. A real embarrassment. So, here's a word of advice. Start telling the truth and let people think for themselves. Dollar stores are flashing a warning sign about lower income consumers. Wage growth for the lowest income Americans has slowed considerably. Years of unrelenting price increases are catching up with lower income consumers. The free money's over. The unemployment benefits, the triple P loans, the stimulus checks, all that is over. It's been over, and now we're seeing the ramifications of that. 71% of the poorest Americans spending of their spending goes towards food, housing, and medical care. There's nothing really left after that. And we have a lot of people who are low income consumers in America. And think about the decimation of the middle class right now. We're seeing people driving their cars much longer. People can't get oil changes. They can't repair their cars. They can't take care of their cars. People are having a hard time paying their utility bills. And yet, people will go out. They will get new credit cards. They will spend more for Christmas, go deeper into debt. And it's just a spider web of disaster where people just cannot stop spending, and some people are at the point where they really can't spend anymore. And the lower income American is there right now where they just really cannot spend any more. But the middle class, those people, they can still have access to credit cards. They'll still go out and get credit cards, and sooner or later they're going to be one of these lower income Americans, because they're going to have so much debt and cause so much financial disaster that they won't be middle class. And this is another reason why we're losing so many middle class, because they cannot control spending, and they're going to do whatever they have to do, spend whatever they have to spend, borrow whatever they have to borrow to stay middle class, and it's going to be an economic disaster for them. Here's another one today. Biden races to sell off border wall parts before Trump takes office. Biden administration is using its final weeks to haul a massive amount of border wall material away from the southern border to hinder Trump's effort to save or to secure the border. Trump's goal when he gets back into office is to complete the wall. Now, the video of what I was watching today is they're showing some of these parts of the wall, different sections, some of them as long as a half a mile that have been incomplete. And so you have all the material, up to a half a mile of material just laying there, waiting to be completed to close up these areas. And what they're doing is they're loading this stuff up, this material on flatbeds and hauling it off. Where are they taking it to? Well, it's going to be auctioned through Government Planet, a surplus government equipment auction marketplace. So I don't know if recyclers buy the material, other construction companies buy it, but that's where it's going. But it's really sad to see this amount of work that went into the wall, the amount of tax dollars that went into this wall, and it just being loaded up and literally just sitting there rotting for 4 years to begin with. Wide open, anybody can come over, but it's been rotting for 4 years, money that you and I paid for. And it's just being loaded up and carted off as fast as it can. It's really unbelievable. I think this really, to me, is criminal. And now we're going to have to go back and replace this material and finish the job. But I mean, what a insult for a president right now to be doing something like this, just to inflict even more damage for the new president to come in. Why does he even care at this point? Very alarming. But the video of this, you can Google it. It's very alarming. Again, there are patches up to a half a mile wide open where there's material there to finish the wall, close this up, and it is being carted away as fast as it can. So it will leave these areas wide open for very, very bad people, gangs, cartels, smugglers, you name it, to just continue to keep coming over. So this is going to take even more time to close up. Really, really sad. Over 1,800 CEOs have resigned in 2024, making this the year of the mic drop exit for head honchos. Just wanted to bring this article up. Why have so many CEOs stepped down this year? Do they know something is coming? Are they getting out for a reason, or is this just coincidental? Is it just the year of CEOs to leave? I don't know. Comment down below. But why are so many CEOs getting out right now in 2024? And they said more will be getting out this month. Do they know something? So very, very interesting. I want to close with this last article. East versus West, a global dollar dump is inevitable, and the U.S. must prepare. Couple bullet points here. The West's financial influence is in decline. Any move to force the dollar onto developing nations as a reserve currency will only result in them dumping it faster. Any cynics that think the BRICS new currency is impossible are living in denial or have an agenda to peddle. I believe that Trump realizes and understands quite well that the currency concept is not a bluff, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that he's going to have to really pay attention to this and do something about this. And I think that this is another reason why everybody better be holding a little bit of gold, maybe a little bit of silver. Gold had a really nice pullback today. If you're on the fence about maybe picking up some gold, even a little bit of silver, today's a wonderful day to do it. If you need a reputable place, you can go to my link down below, SD Bullion. This is a very, very good day to make a purchase. This is not financial advice. This is stuff that everybody should own, period. This stuff is never going to zero. And when you look at what's going on here, East versus West, a global dollar dump, we're heading in that direction, whether it's a year from now or 10 years from now. If you're not protecting yourself, your family, your wealth, you're going to be really in big, big trouble. So make sure you're doing what you can do. And holding a little bit of gold and silver is not a bad idea. Trump realizes it. He understands quite well the currency concept that BRICS is doing is not a bluff. And you should realize it's not a bluff either. So you need to be holding real money. The dollar is not real money. And I do think you should be holding dollars too until you don't. But at the end of the day, gold's going to be here, silver's going to be here much longer than the dollar. So make sure you're holding a real asset like gold, like silver. I want to leave it there today. Comment down below on anything you want to comment on. But really, this whole drone crisis, I mean, who would have thought, if we would have been talking about this 10 years ago, about 5-6 foot drones flying over cities, Washington, D.C., New Jersey, California, somebody would have said, you're nuts, you belong in a mental institution. But here we are now. It's happening every night. Sometimes 30, 40 drones in one area of New Jersey. This is very, very concerning. Let me know your thoughts. Does this worry you at all? Does this concern you at all? Or should we not worry about it? What's the potential? What kind of damage could these things do? Where are they coming from? Why are they being allowed to just fly freely around the United States of America? Why are we so scared to do something about it? With all this technology, we can't even get a close picture. We can't even identify these things. We can't even, like, what about transmission? Like, can't we trace the transmission of who's flying these things? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. A lot of you are a lot smarter than me, so comment down below and let me know your thoughts on this. God bless. Take care. We'll see what happens over the weekend. Maybe another drone will crash. We'll see what happens. Take care. Be safe. God bless every one of you. Pray for America. Talk soon.